I know that I'm a star, but I'ma put you in the spotlight. Baby, it's a spot right here in my heart. And I ain't tryna flex, but a lot of girls wish they could be who you are. They don't stand a chance. Girl, if you take my hand now, promise to change some things for you. I'm off them other girls, it's only you, yeah. I'm even feeling insecure. Just girl, I'm only yours. Tell me what I gotta do. Don't step in my face. Tell me what I gotta do. Put it up on my Twitter. Cause all these girls, they do on me.
Alright guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is use a face primer. I'm using this new one that I got like a week and a half ago by Iman. It's the Iman Time Control Undercover Agent Oil Control Primer. And it looks like this. And there's no other name. It just says to prevent oil breakouts, minimize large pores. So it comes with a nice little pump. And I've noticed with this one pump is not enough, so it's like, and two pumps is too much. That wouldn't come out right. So you want to do like a pump and a half. One. So you don't. I just like scoop it onto my finger like that because you don't want to rub it into your hand because it's going to seep into your hand and not your face. And just tap it together on my fingers like this, and then kind of put it in like those little 5 places: the chin, the forehead, my cheeks, and my nose. And just in circular motions, kind of work that in really well. I would definitely recommend this. It was like $10, I believe. So then next, I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows. I am using this MAC eye pencil in Spiked. See that? It's just a really nice brown color. Just make sure you follow the natural arch of your eyebrows, or as natural as possible, or it is going to look fake and it's not going to fit your face the right way. People need to understand that we have certain features. They might look different from somebody else's. You know, you might prefer somebody else's, but then you try it on yourself and it doesn't look right, and that's because we're all made differently. And everything from our eyebrows to the way our nose is, to our eyes and our lips, everything is because it fits our face. So follow the natural curvature, natural arch. If you don't have an arch, you can try to make a slight one, but don't make it too exaggerated. It's not going to fit your face because we have it for a certain reason, you know? I'm just doing the same thing to this side. So now once we do that, we're going to go in with our concealer. I'm using this. First of all, I just want to say I don't like this concealer. I hate this concealer, but it's the one that I have and it's the one I'm going to use because I'm like that. I like to use it when I buy. And it gets the job done. It's just not my favorite, so I'm not just going to throw it away, you know? But this is the Perfect Blends concealer by Black Radiance, and it is in Darkest Walnut. This is the color I used to use, but as you can see, I've hit pan. So I'm on to this color. It's still lighter than me, so it still works, but you don't want it to be it can be the same color as your foundation, but you want it to be a little bit lighter, just to give it that really polished edge. So that is what I'm using, and I'm just taking this angled brush that I got from the Body Shop a really long time ago. So, and what the concealer is for is just to really make your eyebrows pop and stand out and look like you just freshly got them waxed, and also to go in and correct any mistakes you might have done. I really like to use a concealer because when I make my eyebrows, when I fill them in, I kind of make them thick and it kind of loses their natural shape. So then when I go back in there with the concealer and I blend that out, it regains the shape that it had before. I remember one time I was filling in my eyebrows, and I was like, oh my god, Jenny, your eyebrows look so thick. That's not natural. I'm like, Mom, I'm not done yet. And then I, did the concealer. She was like, oh, okay, your eyebrows look really good. I'm like, oh, yeah. Right, let me do what I was doing. See, and sometimes with the concealer, it's really difficult for me right now because I don't have like a mirror right in front of me. It's kind of on an angle, and so I'm looking over here so you guys know. I kind of sometimes maybe go too thin, but that's okay. It's, trial and error. Sometimes it happens. Just go back in if you've gone too thin on your concealer, or too thick, I should say. Just go back in and just repolish it. Give it a little love. It's not too bad. Just go back over there and be really careful so you don't have to fix it again. Just polish that edge up really nice and fine. There we go. Much better. Okay. And remember that your eyebrows are not supposed to be twins. I love this quote from Michelle Phan. They're not supposed to be twins, but they're supposed to be sisters. So they are going to look similar, but they're not going to look identical. If your eyebrows look identical, it just looks really weird because that's not how they are naturally. After we do that, we're still not done with the eyebrows per se, but we're done filling them in. We're going to go in with foundations. Okay, so I recently bought the MAC Pro Longwear foundation, which I like the consistency. I like how it stays on my skin, but I got the wrong shade. This is an NC45. Last time I went to MAC a long time ago, the lady matched me with an NC50, and that is too dark for me. So that's why I started using the Black Radiance Rum Spice foundation. But these, you see how much lighter this one is compared to the other one? But if you put the NC50 compared to this one, it's a lot darker. So I was trying to find a medium ground. And this one is good for my skin shade, but I wanted to go a little lighter because I can tell that it's still not exactly the shade. So instead of sending this one back, because I ordered it online, I just started mixing the two, and I really like the way that it's been coming out. So I'm just going to mix it. So what this is, again, is the Black Radiance Color Perfect Oil-Free Liquid Makeup in Rum Spice. Looks like that. And this is the MAC Pro Longwear with SPF 10 foundation in NC45. So I'm mixing these two together. And I just dab all around the face. You kind of want to work a little quick with this foundation because it kind of does dry a little fast. Not too fast, but a little bit. I'm gonna wash my hands before I do anything else. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing with this one. We're not using as much because we don't want it to be too much lighter than what the Rum Spice is, but we just want to incorporate it everywhere. Probably put the Rum Spice. A little bit more. I'm just loving that the MAC foundation has a pump. The one I had the first time doesn't have a pump, and it was weird. And the Rum Spice doesn't have a pump, and it's still weird. So it's like, I'm super excited that this one has a pump. I'm just going in with my flat foundation brush, which I got from the Body Shop a long time ago, and start going in and brushing. See how much lighter that NC45 is to my skin, but once I blend it out with the Rum Spice, it's like the perfect shade to me. Just keep on working it in fast, like so. Just keep on going, keep on going. And these foundations are like a medium to full coverage. As you can see, I've had some spots on my forehead and on the side of my face, a little scarring that have been covered up. You don't really need to do that much foundation. I just do a little swoop over my eyes real quick. We're going to go in with my concealer. I'm using my NYX HD concealer, and this is in Nutmeg. And then I'm just going to go in with this flat concealer brush, which I got at, there's a store in the city called Jack's 99-cent store, and they had these Revlon brushes, and they had other brushes that were like $1 and change, so I just picked these up real quick. And I just apply right underneath my eyes, and then I go down and down, and like cross it over like that. I know it's weird, but that's how I do it. Down, down, down. My concealer not only conceals my circles and all that good stuff, but it also acts as my highlight, because it's like 2-3 shades lighter than me. I apologize if you hear noise in the background, because other people who live in this dorm have woken up now and I can't control what they do, so I'm sorry that I cannot have a quiet place to film. Please do not hate me for it. So anyway, then I go in with my finger and just dab it out. Make sure it gets everywhere. I'm going to blend it out up towards your temple. And then go down, down, down. Blend it all the way. So it's kind of like that triangular form right here. I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to go in with my mineralized MAC, my MAC mineralized skin finish, and this one is in dark. I used to use deep dark, and I feel like that one fits me better, but I don't know, they don't sell anymore. Like, every time I go online, it's not there. It's just dark, natural, and something else. So I'm stuck using this. It still does its job. I just feel like the deep dark was more my tone. So I'm just taking this powder brush, also from the Body Shop. Like I said, I have new brushes. I'm just gonna, after this, that's one of the films, that's one of the videos I'm going to film. I got some new Coastal Scents brushes, and like I'm super excited to use them, but I refuse to use them until I show you guys what they are and what they look like. I like to go in and kind of brush, and then right towards the tip, the inner tip right here, I just concentrate brushing just so I can fade and you get that gradient. You don't want it to just look like a boxy eyebrow, because what it'll look like is a fake eyebrow that has been drawn on, and you don't want it to look like that. So this is why you brush out the tip. And it's the CoverGirl Queen Collection Ebony Bronzer. And I've heard this first from Lip Shock, and who I love, 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 love. She has such great tutorials and stuff, and I would always see her use this. And I've been looking for a bronzer for my skin type, because all the bronzers that I'm using are too light, so they don't show up on my skin. And so I found this through her, and then Makeup Doll used it, and she loved it, so I said I'm gonna get it. They don't have them in any stores near me. I had to order this online at drugstore.com, who I'm not affiliated with. I'm just saying this is where I got it, drugstore.com, and it is the perfect color that I've been looking for. So this is dry now. I'm just gonna take this fluffy brush that I got from Jerome Alexander. It's an angled kind of contour brush. Pat this in here. Do a fishy face. And we're going to start from the temples up here. And what bronzer does when you contour is adds like life back into your face. I feel like when we add foundation and concealer and stuff, we're making our face look very flat and two-dimensional. So this adds like more of that three-dimensional fullness back to the face, while making your face look slimmer as well. So you also want to blend this down here. Make sure it's perfectly blended. You don't want it to look like any harsh line or anything. Alright, so then, now that we've done that, I'm just going to lightly mist again. See, this time I didn't do it as much as I did the first time. Just lightly mist it. And that is my foundation routine. So I hope you guys learned and enjoyed everything that I did in this video. I will link my blog in every way that you can contact me down below. And I'm posting, I'll post these up again on my blog so that, you know, you don't always have to come to the video in order to see what I use and remember the name. I will type everything out for you and put it on my blog and have it there. So I love you guys. Bye.
Girls, girls, they do want me, but I just want you. All these girls, they do want me, but I just want you. The girls only want what the I see. Now we go with the popularity. Beauty's of the essence, and we won't be young forever. So what you waiting for, girl? Let's take it on together. I wanna give it all to you.